On est en direct. On est live ici. Make sure we've got full volume there. Hey, Monsieur Pauly.
Oui.
Do you want to say hello to YouTube?
Hello YouTube. Hi, I'm Richard. Hi from Paris. Bonjour de Paris.
We are on a bateau parisien, not the bateau mouche. For political reasons.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct.
But just wanted to do absolutely. And there, I know it's hard to believe, but there is La Tour Eiffel, built in what year?
1818.
And it was built 1889, 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. Did you know what happens with a revolution? You go all the way around. So we're up on Le Bateau Parisien. There we go. It is chilly today, but it's nice and clear. And I'm out on the River Seine. And we decided to do a boat trip early today.
The Beatles talk about revolution.
Oh,
And there is Trocadero, which was built in the early part of the 1900s. Hey, salut, hey, bonjour. And this is what Bateau Parisien looks like. So I'm just going to do a couple of minutes out here. But yesterday we walked bonjour, bonjour, Nat. Hello. Alors ici c'est Le Tour Eiffel. There we go, right here in the heart of Paris. We are staying, well, we could have walked here. It was 4 stops on the metro to Trocadero. And now we're gonna go, and I haven't been on one of these boats for probably 20 years, I bet, but thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And we went for the morning just because it's less busy. In fact, nice and quiet. Oh, there's the Venzon. There's another small navette going down, which is kind of fun. In fact, I'll take you all for a little walk around. Yeah, merci. All right, there we are. We're on YouTube Live right now. There's Paul, all the way from Minnesota. Bonjour. He, by the way, is one of the loveliest people you'll ever meet. There you have Le Bateau Bus. So the Seine, the very simple history of Paris is it all started here about 2,000 years ago with a small Celtic tribe called the Parisii, and they were on Ile de la Cité. That is where Notre Dame is. By the way, Notre Dame Cathedral is open again. We went in yesterday, and it was kind of a surreal feeling in there because, of course, it had that horrendous fire, whatever it was, 2-3 years ago. No, even more, I think, 4 years ago. But they've rebuilt it just sort of perfectly, but of course, it's all quite new. So that's neat. So if I were to go up from Trocadero, crossover, so I'm obviously, there we are, just pulling out now. There we go. Just pulling out. Look at this gorgeous view right now. There you go. Oui, ça fait plaisir. So there is a Tour Eiffel, which of course they threatened to take down, and now of course it's iconic. Not bothering to go up though, you have to stand in line for so long. Although Paris is not too crazy busy right now, which is nice. So it's lovely to see. And we're just pulling out. And we're going to go up and around Ile de la Cité. There's 2 islands in the middle of the river itself. Now, do you remember when they had the Olympics here last year and they had the opening ceremonies out here on the river? They did such a fabulous job.
Bonjour, soyez les bienvenus à bord des bateaux parisiens. Au fil de l'eau, nous allons passer sur vent de pont et découvrir en musique les principaux monuments de Paris. La visite sera commentée dans les audioguides que vous avez derrière chaque siège, mais seulement à l'intérieur du bateau. Un commentaire de la croisière est également disponible dans vos smartphones. Il faut simplement scanner le QR code affiché partout dans le bateau.
They're just saying that they have an audio guide now.
10 minutes avant la fin de la croisière, l'équipage
You can just scan it and then you can listen to it. Inside to hear the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Oh, there you go. Have it in English.
Bateau Parisien. Downstream, we are going to discover 22 bridges and the major monuments of Paris. The commentary will be played in the earphones that you can find behind your seats, but only inside the boat. You can Also, listen the commentaries on your smartphones. Just scanning the QR code placed everywhere in the boat.
It is surprisingly cool out here.
Before the end of the cruise, the cabin crew wishes you
Heading
a
out.
very pleasant
Now,
flight.
if I were to walk straight up from here,
Señoras, señores,
hello,
buenos días,
good morning.
bienvenidos a bordo de Bateau Parisien. Pasaremos bajo 22 puentes.
So the fun thing about speaking all these languages, I hear the same announcement, understand it every time. But if I wanted straight up there, I would make my way to the Champs-Élysées and the Arc de Triomphe.
Escaneando el código QR. Los baños se cierran 10 minutos antes de llegar. Les deseamos una...
Okay, so they did French, English, Spanish. I wonder if they're going to give us another language. Oh, maybe not. Look at all the locks on this. Now, the famous bridge that had all the locks, they had to take them all off because it was actually damaging the bridge. There we go. Under the bridge we go. Now, and Paris is remarkably small, actually. It's 2 million people inside the périphérique, but Greater Paris is about 11 or 12 million people on Île-de-France. I have lived here twice in my life, at the age of 19 and again at the age of 37. And my little boy actually lived here at 2.5, which was really fun. But a lot of monumental architecture, kind of 7 hills, although I think they exaggerate a couple of those. Tonight we will go up to Montmartre. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually freight right over there. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. A lovely view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commentary is going to start after the bridge. Señoras, señores, el comentario comienza después del puente.
Comienza. Hey, bonjour. Hey, Justina. Bonjour, bonjour. Je suis à Paris. And so my dear friend, it's beautiful weather. It's very cold though. And I'm saying that. There's my buddy Richard, who guides over here more than I do these days. Tomorrow we're going up to Brussels for the day, doing a day trip to Brussels, and the next day we're taking the train out to Caen in Normandy, and I've hired a vehicle out there, and then we'll of course do all the World War II beaches, and then eventually go on to Saint-Malo. Unfortunately, we've had just spectacular weather. I had 12 days of sunshine in the UK, gorgeous sunshine here yesterday, got up to 20 degrees Celsius, but it looks like day after, there's someone waving at it. Looks like it's gonna actually get a little wet next week. I can't really complain, it's been too perfect. But isn't this just lovely? Anyway, everyone, you see the gorgeous bridge up the distance. We're actually quite close to l'Assemblée Nationale. In fact, we're gonna go over and talk to Richard because he is explaining lots of good stuff over here. The Seine does flood every now and then. What are you explaining there, Mr. Pauly? Oh, the catacombs. Yeah. God, that was a dead-end place for a lot of... We are near the Assemblée Nationale, aren't we? It's just up the end of this bridge here is the French gouvernement. Oh, and there is the Brazilian embassy, I gather. Big Brazilian flag. Which is pretty neat. So this is one of the world's great capital cities. And blue sky, a little hazy. It's lovely though, isn't it? So here, I'll take everyone up, just up to this next bridge. Alexander III Bridge.
The most beautiful bridge.
Now, tell me about the building over there.
The building over there with the flag is Le Grand Palais.
Mm-hmm.
It was built for the 1900 World's Fair. And directly opposite it is Le Petit Palais, the Little Palace, also built for the World Fair of 1900. And they're both now art galleries with both permanent and temporary exhibitions.
There was a big debate about what to do with that building.
There is a debate going on. Yeah. At the moment, it's all used for that.
Right.
And they also host fashion shows sometimes in Paris Fashion Week.
So are you saying it's a la mode?
I am.
It's a bit of a fashion joke for everyone, because we are both famous fashionistas, I think.
You can tell.
Yes, yeah. So we're going to head up to Ile de la Cité and go around Notre Dame. I was talking about Notre Dame earlier, how kind of surreal it feels to be so new, yet very,
12th
yeah.
12th century.
Yeah. Look at that little boat down there. That'd be fun. So there's one other canal in the city. You've got the Seine and you have Canal Saint-Martin. And you can actually take a boat all the way up to the Netherlands from here. And you can go all the way down to... I don't know if you can make Marseille or not.
Maybe in this direction. The Seine leads
Yeah.
up to Normandy.
Yeah, it leads to Normandy and eventually out to the Channel. little people being excited. Oh, by the way, you see this? Oh, it's a lovely view of the Grand Palais now. See that dome over here? I finally ate in one. In Brighton.
Bubble.
Yeah, one of the bubbles.
Yeah, nice.
But it was actually too hot. It was amazing how they... Look at these fabulous bridges. Now, Richard, you're taller than I am. You might have to duck under this bridge. I only ate duck once yesterday. We did have escargot last night, of course.
And
And they were yummy. They were yummy.
They were.
And it was very nice service too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Devant le
duck.
pont Alexandre III. Il a été construit en 1900 en signe d'amitié entre la France républicaine et la Russie tsariste. In front of us, the Alexander III Bridge, built in 1900 as a sign of friendship between France and Russia. Delante de nosotros el puente
Not particularly
Alexandre
friends at the
III,
moment, are they?
construido en 1900
In fact,
como
France is
símbolo de
standing up
amistad
well for
entre
Europe.
Francia y Rusia.
Good on France.
Le commentaire continue après le pont. The commentary continues in the earphones after the bridge. El comentario continúa después del puente.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go back to my gang here. I just wanted to give a little bit of a live feed. So do keep posted. I'll try and go live a few times the next few days. But really the best thing to do is come on a live tour with me sometime. It's even more fun. Oh, there's the Tour Montparnasse, the one skyscraper inside Paris. Ça fait plaisir. Absolument. Yeah, in the 60s. And then if we wandered straight back up here, we would be at nearly Place la Concorde.
Exactly.
And right where the obelisk is. The oldest monument in all of Paris.
Correct.
So they say.
And where the guillotines were. during
Where the
French
guillotines, yeah.
Revolution, during the
Oh, so glad you caught me too, Jay. Thanks for connecting. Oh, echo. All right, everyone. Listen, lots of love. Peace and love. Ciao. Bye-bye.